4-3, solving quadratic equations by factoring. I gotta solve by factoring. First thing I do is solve about the zero product property. Super important property, makes life easy if you follow it. Zero product property says this: if you have x minus 3 times x plus 2 equals 0. For this to be true, all you gotta do is say either one equals 0. If this is 0, let's set x minus 3 equals 0. Solve it, x equals 3. This works. Just split it and solve each one separately. Why does this work? Because if you plug it back in, let's say we plug that back in, I get 0 times -5. Well, 0 times -5 is 0, but checks out. This only works when you set it equal to 0. I cannot stress that enough. You have to set it equal to 0. People try to do this for everything. They try to do this. Like, oh, we'll set it equal to 5. We'll just separate and go, hey, where does x minus 3 equals 5? X equals 8. It doesn't work, because when you plug it back in, I get 5 here, but over here I get 10 and I get 50. It's not 5. It only works when you set it equal to 0, because 0 automatically makes it work. I cannot say that enough. Set equal to 0. If I had stars or something, I would do that, but I have a highlighter. Boom, set equal to 0 first. That's going to be step 1, set equal to 0, and then we're going to factor. And then we're going to split and solve. So step 1, see, now it's already factored for us. It's already set equal to 0. All we got to do is split and solve. X minus 3 equals 0. X plus 1 equals 0. Add 3 to both sides. X equals 3. Subtract 1 from both sides. X equals -1. Over here, it's still factored. We split it. 4a equals 0. A plus 2 equals 0. Just divide by 4. Hey, a equals 0. That's fine. That's an answer. And a equals -2. We're going to set equal to 0 and then we're going to factor. Moving on. This one's not factored for us. It is set equal to 0 though. All we got to do is factor this. Don't overthink it. There's only 2 things here and it's not different 2 squares. Remember step 1. Monomial. Factor out monomial. These both have a 6x in common. Let's factor. You split it. 6x equals 0. Divide by 6. X equals 0. That's a fine answer. 2x minus 3 equals 0. Plus 3 plus 3. 2x equals 3. X equals 3 halves. So that's 2 answers. Let's subtract x from both sides. I like to put down in order. So x squared minus x minus 12 equals 0. We got to factor it. In this case, this is an easy one. All I got to look at is -12. 2 things that multiply to get -12, but add to get -x. -1, x minus 4, x plus 3. Then you can split and solve x equals 4 and -3. Everything by 2. And then we'll get 6x squared minus x minus 1 equals 0. That makes our life easier. I still got to solve the same way. I got to factor it and set equal to 0. This factoring has a number in front. So we got to do the long way. Find 2 things that multiply to get -6, but add to get -1, -3x, and positive 2x. Plug it in for the middle. We're going to have this. We multiply the a and c. And then we figure out the combination that gives us the middle. Plug it in for the middle. And then we factor by grouping. These have a 3x in common. 2x minus 1. Bring down the middle sign. These have nothing in common. Remember, always pull out a 1. Factor out what they have in common. We split it. Solve each one separately. Add 1 divided by 2. Subtract 1 divided by 3. And there. That's the way it works. It's all about set equal to 0. Factor it any way you know how to factor. And then split and solve. Got one more of these. Try to do this one quick. So I set equal to 0. It's going to be 2x squared minus 24x squared plus 72. We're going to add 72 to both sides. Equals 0. Here, notice they're all even. I can divide by 2, make my life a lot easier. Whatever you do once I get to the other side, so I can divide 0 by 2 also. Get x squared minus 12x plus 36 equals 0. Factor it. That's x minus 6, x minus 6. I get x equals 6. You know what that means? I have a double root. Boom. You only have one answer twice. Double root. This graph, I know it's going to look like the ones where like it hits and it bounces. By the way, where does it hit at? 6. Whole point of that? Like the one right here. I could graph this. Crosses at -3. Right? That's what x-intercept is. And it crosses at 4. It opens up because it's positive. But if you know the x-intercept, you can graph it really easily. That's how you solve. Last couple things, so how to go backwards. First, we know how to distribute. If I give you this way and you want to distribute this, like multiply the x by both of them. X times x is x squared. X times 5 is 5x. And then we move on to -3 and multiply that by both of them. We get -3x, 15. Add like terms. That's the easiest way to distribute. Some high school, some junior high people tell you to FOIL. That is awful. Just distribute. If I have this, all I gotta do is get 2x, multiply by both of them. How hard is that? Seems simple enough. And then you move on to the next one. Hey, there's another number there. I should probably do the same thing with that thing. Multiply that by both of them. -10x plus 15. Add the like terms. So easy. And we are done with that. Okay, now let's go backwards. Like I talked about earlier. If I gave you this, we knew the answers are just opposite. If I gave you x minus 3, x plus 1, the answers were 3 and -1. What if I give you the answers though? If these are the answers, they want to know what's the equation We just go backwards. We do the opposite. X minus 8 has to be x plus 8. X plus 5 has to be x minus 5. Equals 0. Because if I solve this, I get x negative 8, and I get 5. They want in standard form. Standard form is where you just have ax squared plus bx plus c. You know what we do next? We distribute. Multiply the x by both of them, x squared minus 5x. Multiply 8 by both of them, you get positive 8x minus 40. You get x squared plus 3x minus 40. So that's how do you write it in equation in standard form? You do the opposite, and then from there you can simplify it out. Now you're looking at it like, oh, what would I do if it's ugly fractions? Do the exact same thing. Minus 3/2 x minus 1/4 equals 0. You can multiply it out. It's not that hard. It looks worse than it is. X squared minus 1/4 x plus 3/2 negative 3/2, and then plus, remember, multiply, just multiply across. 3/8 equals 0. You get that. You're like, that looks ugly. Well, you're right. You can make it a little nicer though. If you want to get rid of all the fractions, all we do is multiply by the greatest common factor, which is 8. Right, it's the biggest denominator we have, the LCD of all this. You multiply this by everything, you get 8x squared minus 2x. 8 divided by 4 times 3 is 12. 8's cancel out, plus 3 equals 0. Then add up like terms. So there you go. If I give you this, it's the exact same thing. This is a fine answer. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want it to be nicer, multiply everything by the LCD. One last one, find x and dimensions of each rectangle. They want me to find dimensions of this rectangle. They tell you the area is 96. Remember the way you find area of a rectangle? Length times width. I need area is 96. The length is x minus 2. The width is x plus 2. Well, we can multiply this out. I get 96 equals x squared minus 4. The difference of two squares. You can do the whole thing if you want, but the difference of two squares, you should know automatically that's x squared minus 4 because the middle can cancel out. We get down to here, and there's actually something I want to bring up before I start solving. Very important concepts. For quadratics, if there's one variable, like we have right here, just solve. That's the easiest way to do it. If I give you like 3x squared plus 4 equals negative 5 or something, you just solve it. Just solve for the x, try to isolate the variable. If there's two variables, like 3x squared plus 2x minus 1 equals 15, then you have to set equal to 0 and factor. This way it still works. I'm actually doing this one both ways. But the easiest way to do it when you have one variable is just solve for it. Like, oh, I have an x squared here, just get that by itself. Plus 4 plus 4. I get 100 equals x squared. Square root it. X equals plus and minus 10. Don't forget the plus minus, we square rooted it. That's what x would be. That's one way to do it. Other way to do it is you can still do this way. Set equal to 0. So if I set equal to 0, subtract 96. I get 0 equals x squared minus 100. Then you can factor the difference of two squares. Split it. X equals 10 and negative 10. So they both work. You get the exact same answer. Generally, the easiest way to do it if you have one variable is just to solve it. Just try to isolate it and solve. If there's two variables, you have to set equal to 0 and factor. Just have to. And that's the idea.